Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and make some good things happen, you will fill the world with hope. You will fill yourself with hope. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. We are the United States of America, and our greatest power is not our ability to fight wars, but our ability to prevent them. We need to steer clear of this poverty of ambition, where people want to drive fancy cars and wear nice clothes and live in nice apartments but don't want to work hard to accomplish these things. Everyone should try to realize their full potential. We have an obligation and a responsibility to be investing in our students and our schools. We must make sure that people who have the grades, the desire, and the will, but not the money, can still get the best education possible. We can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone. We need to internalize this idea of excellence. Not many folks spend a lot of time trying to be excellent. The future rewards those who press on. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm going to press on. We may not be able to stop evil in the world, but how we treat one another is entirely up to us. We are not defined by our circumstances, but by our actions. The thing about hip-hop today is it's smart. It's insightful. The way they can communicate a complex message in a very short space is remarkable. A good compromise, a good piece of legislation, is like a good sentence or a good piece of music. Everybody can recognize it. They say, huh, it works. It makes sense. Success is only meaningful and enjoyable if it feels like your own. In the end, that's what this election is about. Do we participate in a politics of cynicism or a politics of hope? The power of hope, the power of one person's voice to bring others along, the power of people coming together, that's how we'll change this country, that's how we'll change the world. It's not about being pessimistic or optimistic, it's about being realistic. The only way we can change is if we stand together as a people. We have to remember that what we observe is not nature herself, but nature exposed to our method of questioning. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. A change is brought about because ordinary people do extraordinary things. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. A nation that won't stand up for the rights of its most vulnerable citizens has no claim to stand up for the rights of its strongest. We will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. At the end of the day, the most overwhelming key to a child's success is the positive involvement of parents. The role of citizen in a democracy does not end with your vote. It's important to recognize that the struggles we face today are rooted in the past. A good compromise, a good piece of legislation is like a good sentence or a good piece of music. Everybody can recognize it. They say, huh, it works. It makes sense. Our journey is not complete until our gay brothers and sisters are treated like anyone else under the law. For if we are truly created equal, then surely the love we commit to one another must be equal as well. We may have different stories, different backgrounds, different beliefs, but what we share is a set of ideals that transcend race or culture, that reach beyond any economic or social class, that embody the spirit of the American people. The world is a beautiful place and worth fighting for. Yes, we can. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. We are the change we have been waiting for. No one is pro-abortion. I think it's always a tragic situation. We don't ask for much. We don't want to completely dismantle capitalism. We just want to make sure that everybody gets a shot. The American people are tired of liars and people who pretend to be something they're not. The only limit to the height of your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them. Hope is not blind optimism. It's not ignoring the enormity of the task ahead or the roadblocks that stand in our path. It's not sitting on the sidelines or shirking from a fight. Hope is that thing inside us that insists, despite all evidence to the contrary, that something better awaits us if we have the courage to reach for it and to work for it and to fight for it. When we come together as a people, there is nothing we cannot achieve. What we need in Washington is common sense, not spin. What we need in Washington is a politics that puts the interests of the American people ahead of the special interests. You can't let your failures define you. You have to let your failures teach you. The journey is hard, but we know that America is not just a collection of individuals and interest groups and little factions. We are one people, all of us pledging allegiance to the Stars and Stripes, all of us defending the United States of America. You can't give up, because if you give up, you're like everybody else. One voice can change a room, and if one voice can change a room, then it can change a city. And if it can change a city, it can change a state. And if it can change a state, it can change a nation. And if it can change a nation, it can change the world. The only way we can change this country is by working together. People of all races, all colors, all backgrounds can come together and achieve great things. I've always believed that a single individual who's willing to stand up and speak out can change the world. It's not just about handing somebody a job. It's giving them the tools they need to succeed. It's not about being pessimistic or optimistic. It's about being realistic. I am convinced that you cannot solve the problem of poverty without addressing the root issues of inequality and lack of opportunity. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Barack Obama was born on August 4, 1961, in Honolulu, Hawaii. He served as the 44th President of the United States from 2009 to 2017, implementing landmark policies. Obama is also a best-selling author and known for his charismatic speeches and inspirational leadership style. You can find in the video description